All right. So today, what the assignment that you have to do today is basically you just play a game. You're just going to play target one with somebody, and we'll talk about more like who you could play with in a couple minutes. But hopefully, remember how to play target one. It's a pretty basic game. We did a lot of work with target one when we were together, and we made variations of it. But for today, we're just going to go back to the basics. Okay. Target one is when you do a whole number times a fraction. Okay. So what you do is you pick three cards. Okay. So you're going to get three numbers. So let's say I pick the numbers 3, 5, and 9. Okay. Now I need to make a whole number times a fraction, with the goal being to get as close to one whole as possible. You want to get as close to one as possible. All right. So I'm thinking I want to do. See, these are all going to move together, aren't they? If I have 5, 3, and 9, let's put 3 here, 5 here, and 9 here. Now I could have put these numbers in any order that I wanted, but I'm trying to get as close to one whole as possible. I know 3 times 5 ninths is going to be 15 ninths. Okay? So that's my product for this round, but what's my score? Well, if we remember, our score is the difference between your score, or your product, this should say product, and one whole. So one whole in this problem would be equal to 9 ninths because this denominator is 9. So then 15 ninths minus 9 ninths equals 6 ninths. So my score for this round would be 6 ninths. Okay? But let's say that I had the numbers 1, 3, and 4. Okay? Maybe I want to do 3 times 1/4. Well, that would get me a product of 3/4. So now instead of doing my answer minus one whole is bigger than my answer. So I'm going to do one whole, which would be 4/4, minus 3/4, so that my score for this round, if these are my numbers, would be 1/4. Okay? Now keep in mind that whoever has the lowest score after 5 rounds, you're going to add up your scores, and whoever has the lowest total score wins the game. Okay? So if I were playing, right, I would want to make sure I remember this, okay? And then I would also want to set up a scoreboard because, I like to win. So I would have a scoreboard of some sort. My score, bad guy's score. Keep track of your scores, okay? And then add up your total scores. So if last round my score was 1/4, I would put 1/4 here, okay? And I would do that all 5 of my rounds, okay? Now, what you might be saying is, well, Mr. Rupar, we don't have those number cards like we do at school. All you need, guys, is a deck of cards. If you have a deck of cards at home, then that is perfect. Just use them, and if you come up to like a face card, so like a jack, a queen, a king, or an ace, just pick a new card. Okay, and if you want to use the ace as a 1, that's totally fine as well. Hopefully we remember this game. Please remember I have office hours today from 10 to 11 if you have questions about this game. So let's talk about what you need for the game. All right. You need some sort of pencil, pen, dry erase marker. All right. You need a record sheet. Okay. So on Schoology for today's folder, I put the record sheet like we use at school. If you're unable to use that, you can't print it out, you can't use Notability, then just use a piece of paper. All right. It's not that big of a deal. Um, you're going to want a paper or whiteboard to do your work on, and then a deck of cards. Now, if you don't have a deck of cards, I put a link to a random number generator on Schoology. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, Mr. Rupar, what the dirt is a random number generator? If you go here to number generator for target 1 and you click on that, it's going to take you to this page. All you have to do is hit generate. All right, so my 3 card numbers would be 6, 4, and 6. And I would use those 3 numbers. And really, that's a pretty, actually, that's not that great of a hand to use. Okay. So you're still able to do this even if you do not have a deck of cards. All right. Now, who could you play with? You're going to play, I'm actually going to change this. You're going to do 2 rounds. Okay. 2 rounds with somebody. You could play with someone at home, whether it be a parent, aunt, uncle. Okay. If you're able to FaceTime someone, you could FaceTime someone and play. So like, especially if someone in our class, then that would be super easy. You could FaceTime with them. And then you both do your assignment at the same time. And if you absolutely have no one else and you're not afraid to get beat, I am available from office hours. This is also wrong. They're from 10 to 11 today. Okay, office hours from 10 to 11. And if you have absolutely no one to play with, right, and you miss office hours and you've tried to contact me and I'm not able to meet with you, then just do 2 rounds on your own. Okay, go through 2 whole games by yourself. You don't have to like play against yourself, but just do what your score 5 times for 2 games. Okay, then after you've played, go on to Schoology and answer the discussion post. Okay, so that is it for today. All right, you also have your error analysis if you haven't looked at that, and you have an optional Flipgrid that I'm hoping we are able to do. So please let me know if you have any questions, and hope you guys have a great day. Bye.